So in this Bhagavad-gītā, the subject matter is comprehending 5 different truths. The first truth is what is God? It is the preliminary study of the science of God. So that science of God is explained here. Next, constitutional position of the living entities, Jīva, Īśvara and Jīva. The Lord, the Supreme Lord, is called Īśvara. Īśvara means controller. And Jīva, the living entities, Jivas, the living entities, they are not Isha or the controller. They are controlled artificially. If I say that I am not controlled, I am free, this is not the sign of a sane man. A living being is controlled in every respect, at least in his conditioned life. He is controlled. So, in this Bhagavad-gītā, the subject matter comprehends about the Īśvara, the supreme controller, and about the controlled living entities, and Prakṛti, the nature, the material nature, and next, the time, duration of existence of the whole universe, or this manifestation of the material nature, and the duration of time, or the eternal time, and karma. Karma means activity. Everything, the whole universe, whole manifestation, cosmic manifestation, is full of different activities. The living being, especially, they are all engaged in different activities. So we have to study from the Bhagavad-gītā, Īśvara, what is God, Jīva, what are these living entities, and Prakṛti, what is this cosmic manifestation, and how it is controlled by time, and what are these activities. Now, out of these 5 subject matter, Bhagavad-gītā, it establishes that the Supreme Godhead, or Krishna, Brahma, or Paramatma, you may call whatever you like, but the Supreme Controller, there is a Supreme Controller. Supreme Controller is the greatest of all. Living beings, they are in quality like the Supreme Controller. Just like the Supreme Controller, the Lord, he has control over the universal affairs, over the material nature, how it will explain in the later chapters of Bhagavad-gītā that this material nature is not independent. She is acting under the direction of the Supreme Law. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharachara. This material nature is working under my direction, Maya dhakshena, under my superintendence. So, we are listed when we see wonderful things happening in the cosmic nature. We should know that behind these wonderful manifestations, there is a controller. Nothing can be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider about the controller, just like very nice motor car with very good speed and very good engineering arrangement is running on this street, a child may think that how this motor car is running without the help of any horse or any pulling agent. But sane man or an elderly person, he knows that in spite of all engineering arrangements in the motor cars, without the driver, it cannot move. That engineering arrangement of a motor car or an electric powerhouse, now at the present moment, it is the day of machinery. But we should always know that behind the machinery, behind the wonderful working of the machinery, there is a driver. So the Supreme Lord is the driver. Adhyaksha is the Supreme Personality under whose direction everything is working. Now, these Jīva or the living entities, they have been accepted by the Lord in this Bhagavad-gītā, as we will know it in later chapter, that they are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. Mamaivahamsa Jīva Bhuta. Ansa means parts and parcel. Now, as the particle of gold is also particle, a drop of water of the ocean is also salty. Similarly, we, the living entities, being part and parcels of the Supreme Controller, Īśvara, Bhagavan, or Lord Sri Krishna, we have got qualitatively all the qualities of the Supreme Lord in mind, because we are minute Isha, subordinate Isha. We are also trying to control. We are just trying to control over the nature. The present days, you are trying to control over the space. You are trying to float, imitation, planets. So this tendency of controlling or creating is there because partially we have got that controlling tendency. But we should know that this tendency is not sufficient. We have the tendency of controlling over the material nature, lording it over the material nature. But we are not the supreme control. That thing is explained in the Bhagavad-gītā.
Tava kripa hale mor katha shuddha habe shuniha sabara shoka dukkha je guchi bhe nachao prabhu nachao se mate Bhakti Vedantanam Eve Sartha